Hi Disney friends, it's Amber with Mickey Travels. Today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite Walt Disney World park, the Magic Kingdom, and give you my 10 things that are must-dos when visiting that park. These are in no particular order. I just sat down and made a list of the 10 things that I try to recommend to my clients that are must-dos when going to Magic Kingdom. So let's get started. First one I have is dining at Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest is located in New Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom and is a high priority for a lot of people when getting their advanced dining reservations. It serves lunch and dinner there, and you can use a table service credit for the dinner meal. The lunch meal is a quick service credit, which is nice if you don't or can't get a reservation for the dinner time. The difference between the two, for the quick service, you do order, just like in most of the other counter service restaurants there, you order and then you sit. They do bring the food to you. And the dinner has the Beast as a character that you can meet, and he is not there during lunch. And I recommend to my clients that if you can't get the dinner reservation because they are ultimately the hardest reservation to get, go try to have lunch there. And at Mickey Travels, we tend to try to get you fast passes for Be Our Guest, which is something that you can request for us to try to get for you. They are not guaranteed, but there are fast passes available to try to dine there. For the quick service lunch, you do need a reservation for the dinner. If you saw some of my other videos, you noticed that I am in love with the extra magic hours in the evening. And there is an event that kind of happens right as they close. During the later hours you can see it, and if not, you can see it when it's not extra magic hours. It's called a Kiss Goodnight, and it's just this little extra show that they do. And it just seems better during the extra magic hours because there aren't as many people there to hear it. It happens as they close the park down and everything's getting ready to leave. They have a little bit of a, I don't want to ruin it, a spectacle, I guess you could say, at the castle. So try to stay late and see the Kiss Goodnight that they have at the end of the evening. We haven't seen it in a while because we normally run out of things to do and leave before the park closes, but if you want to stay and check out that, I recommend it. Kind of on the same basis of staying late, one of my other things on my top 10 list is to get there at rope drop, because there is a show that they do in the entrance there with the train and some characters, and they open the park officially and then you can go in. To be at rope drop, I recommend getting to the park if it's a rope drop at 9 o'clock, about 30 minutes before, so you can have a good view of the show. And if you have extra magic hours, they tend to have 2 rope drop shows. So if you're staying on the resort property, get there about 7:30 to see the 8 o'clock rope drop. Besides attractions and shows, some people forget that there are little extra activities that you can do while at Magic Kingdom. And these made my list: Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom and the Pirates 7 Seas scavenger hunt that they have. You can take part in the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, and on one of my videos, things that I brought back, my Disney haul, I showed you the cards that I received for that. There are animatronic little displays and windows where you hold up cards and do some magic with them, and each card has different characters and they're worth different powers. They're neat to collect, and it's something cool to do around the different areas. I recommend, if you've never been to Disney, to maybe hold this off to something later. When you come back and you've been a Disney expert, so to say, and you've done everything else you've wanted to, they tend to take a long time to get all the way through. The Pirates one I've never done, but I've had clients rave about it. It's something more for girls and boys together, and you go to Adventureland to sign up for that. By far the best fireworks display is at Magic Kingdom, and that's Wishes. And also the Main Street Electrical Parade is also the nighttime event, and both of them are very highly recommended. In fact, there is a dessert party that you can attend at Disney in Tomorrowland, and you can have some food and an excellent view for Wishes. It is an extra fee, but can be reserved 180 days. Sometimes they aren't open that early, so you have to keep checking to try to get that reservation. Travel agents can do that for you. And Main Street Electrical Parade is normally offered twice. They do one before and one right after Wishes. Just check your times. And you can get fast passes for both of those. So if you wanted to use your fast pass for a prime location for Wishes or for Main Street Electrical Parade, that would be a great use of it. Wishes and both the Main Street Electrical Parade Fast Passes do go quickly. So if you've never seen them, I would suggest one of your days at Magic Kingdom to use the Fast Pass for that. Disney has gone above and beyond to make everything magical, and there are a lot of new things that are being added. But me being a Disney fan at heart, I love just the classic Disney attractions. So next on my list are visiting those attractions that have been there either the whole time the park's been open, or they are originals in Disneyland, or they were added right, you know, as the park was being opened in the 70s and up to late 80s, I guess can be considered a classic. It's weird to me that Little Mermaid is a movie that's been out since 1989. Oh my goodness. Anyway, those can include the Enchanted Tiki Room, the Country Bears, Haunted Mansion, Small World, all attractions that either you love them as a classic Disney fan or they're annoying in a sense, but everyone should at least try to attempt them once to see these originals that date back to the animatronics, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Jungle Cruise, the Swiss Family Robinson House, Mark Twain Boat, all of those that were around when Disneyland was starting to get established and were later put into the Disney World Park. My sister's favorite of all time is the Carousel of Progress, and that is a great classic Disney attraction to ride if you just need to take a breather, and it rotates, and it's a show, and of course the music is to die for. So classic Disney attractions, must do, at least once when you're at Magic Kingdom. Another attraction we ride to kind of cool off and relax is actually one of my favorite rides, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. It can be also referred to as the People Mover. If you visit Tomorrowland, where the Astro Orbiter is, there's an escalator up that you can take to ride this. Most of the time the line is non-existent. You just take the escalator and hop on, and it travels all around Tomorrowland and kind of does a little show and talks to you about some of the attractions. You get to ride through Space Mountain and see that, and you ride over the Buzz Lightyear attraction. So it cools you off because you get a breeze as you ride it, and it's just relaxing, and you get to see some cool little shots of some things that you may not have seen while on the attraction. Sometimes if you ride it and Space Mountain is shut down, they'll have the lights on, and you can see what Space Mountain looks like with the lights on. It's pretty neat. Speaking of Space Mountain, must do, you have to ride all the mountain attractions. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Big Thunder Mountain. And I guess now Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it's not really a mountain, but it's a roller coaster that you can kind of like halfway put in that category. These also are Fast Pass available, so you can get Fast Passes for these. They tend to be crowded in the afternoons, especially in the summer months. So Splash Mountain is open year-round, but just check for refurb because a lot of them do have to have some refurbs done throughout the year, and they tend to not do any of those three at the same time. So just double check to make sure they're going to be open. But they are must-dos, and yes, I know you get soaked on Splash Mountain, but you have to do it no matter what time of year it is. And if you don't like getting wet, just wear your poncho while you're on it. And of course, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, they take pictures of you while you're on the ride, so those can be added to the memory maker if you have that option on your Disney package. The characters are a classic thing to do while at Disney, and Anna and Elsa, of course, are a priority at Magic Kingdom because those are the only meet and greets that you have for both of them, and that is very difficult to get a reservation for. You will probably need a Fast Pass to see them. And the other one I like to mention is Mickey Mouse at Magic Kingdom. I believe this is the only place you can go to see him talk. And when we went this past summer and he talked to me, I almost cried, but I cry at commercials, so I guess that's not saying much. But seeing him talk and his voice and his mouth moves and he asks you questions, it's just really magical for kids or adults. It doesn't matter, I guess. So Mickey, he's at Town Hall. Anna and Elsa are at Fairy Tale Hall and Fantasyland. There are some other characters here that you can meet, but most of them can be found in other parks. Ariel, I believe this is the only place you can see her as a mermaid, and that is in New Fantasyland too. And lastly, one of the top things at Magic Kingdom you need to be sure to do is there are some snacks that are just for Magic Kingdom, including the Dole Whip, which is a very popular Disney snack and can only be found in 3 places in the entire world. Until this week, I heard they actually now have the Dole Whip at the Polynesian Resort, so that makes the 4th place you can get the Dole Whip. Disney World, Disneyland, Hawaii, we've been to the Dole Plant before, they're really good, and then now the Polynesian. So the Dole Whip is a must-do at Disney, especially Magic Kingdom. Casey's Corner has some great hot dogs that are counter service credits, so I guess they're not snacks, but we eat them as a snack. And of course your classic funnel cakes, popcorn, and whatnot. But Magic Kingdom also has a bakery that specializes in certain things, so that's why it's on my list, because you can only get some of the special goodies they make there. That is located on Main Street. So what's your favorite thing to do at the Magic Kingdom? I love to hear from you. There's so much to do, and sometimes there are things that people just miss out on, and I love learning from my fans. And there are a few of you who've commented and have told me some things that I didn't even know about, and I've been going for years. So just let me know in the comment below what your favorite thing to do at Magic Kingdom is, and I would be happy to respond to any questions as well that you have, maybe. If you're interested in my free planning services, please contact me at amber@MickeyTravels.com or visit me on my Facebook page and I can get you some quotes for the Disney trips. Again, my services are completely free, so I'd be happy to help you plan that magical vacation. Happy holidays from us at Mickey Travels and from myself, Amber, and I hope you have a great day. Enjoy your holidays, and I will be back soon with a video of my cool Christmas tree back here. Please subscribe, and for those of you that have, thank you. I will talk to you all really soon. Have a magical day. Bye.